Hero Academia Vigilantes. It's the spin-off series of, well, My Hero Academia. And it concluded its first season of 13 episodes 3 weeks ago at the time of recording. And since the 21st of July right now, 3 weeks ago. Yeah, the last episode came out on the 30th of June with the first episode coming out in the 7th of April. And I started watching when the 9th episode was the newest episode. But besides that, I'm going to explain to you guys why I actually really like the show. By the way, this is coming from the perspective of someone who's watched My Hero like almost to the end of season 3, but I do know some stuff about the later seasons. So before I get into this, I just want to say that everything that I'm going to talk about has little to nothing to do with the plot, is a very, very minor spoiler, and just gets talked about or explained in the first few episodes. But let's actually get into the characters. Our main character is a 19-year-old boy named Koichi, and it's really good to have an older protagonist because it gives us a perspective on how hero work can be like when you have to manage your own apartment, your own job, and college. And along with him, we get to see characters that were introduced in the original story, such as Aizawa and Ingenium. And if you don't know who those are, it doesn't really matter because you don't need to know much or have watched much of My Hero Academia to understand who these characters are, because they're really fleshed out in Vigilantes. But if you do know them, they're even greater to watch in Vigilantes because it just shows you where they really come from. Especially for Ingenium, because we barely see him in the main story. But let's talk about the story now. Story. From what I've looked into and done research on, Vigilantes takes place 10 years before the main story of My Hero Academia. And for me, that explains two things. One, the excessive use of unregulated quirk use, and two, trigger. And for those who don't know, trigger is just a drug that enhances a quirk. It was mentioned and shown in the Overhaul arc, and that's the main plot point of Vigilantes, just having to deal with people who do trigger and the dealers who, well, distribute it. So basically, people take trigger, become instant villains, losing control of their quirks, and just causing mayhem. And that's mostly, again, what Vigilantes revolves around. And it's honestly really fun, and there's also some aspects of slice of life because people, they just be chilling in Koichi's apartment, which I think is nice. That's My Hero Academia Vigilantes. I'm sorry I couldn't really go into too much detail about the story. I wanted to save those details for people who are going to watch the anime. And if you're watching it because of me, first of all, thank you for watching. And second, thank you for considering my opinion. And in my opinion, I really like the opening and ending songs. They're really great, and I even added them to my own playlist. And also, my opinion, my favorite episodes were episode 3, 7, 9, and 13. 13 just paves a perfect path for season 2 to come in, because yeah, we are getting a season 2, which is announced to come out for 2026. Although we don't have an exact date, it's just nice knowing we're getting that season 2. But overall, I'd really recommend this anime for people who are, 1, waiting for the final season of the main story, or 2, just really bored, because this is a really nice time killer and it's a great watch. And also, this is more like a channel announcement, I'm starting a new series, Hard or Hard to Watch, where I watch shows, animes, or movies and decide whether they're hard or they're hard to sit through and watch. And I really want to make one of these for Dandadan because it's an ongoing series, because they just, we're in season 2, Evil Eye. And yeah, overall, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys liked it. Have a great day or whatever time of day it is.